Openings. In this video, we'll learn several different techniques in creating openings in the models that we've created. To begin with, we'll create 4 walls with a roof, that we can create openings within. We'll go to level 1. The first way we've already learned about in creating openings, and that is in sketch mode. We can go to our 3D view, and if we wanted to create an opening in the wall or the roof, we can double click the wall and go into sketch mode. And we can just put in an opening of any shape or size within the boundary of the wall, and now we have openings. We can do the same for the roof. And we have an opening in the roof. And we can do the same for a floor or a ceiling if we had that in our model. Let's go back to level 1 floor plan and take a look at different ways to create openings within a wall. Another way that we've already learned is by loading a door that is actually just an opening. If we type in DR for our door tool, we can load a family, go to the door folder, and find the opening family. If we load that in, you can see that we can pick a size of an opening and place it on any wall that we choose. Look at it in 3D, and you can see that we have an opening. One difference between the openings that we did in sketch mode versus the one that we've loaded as a door, as an opening, there we go, is that we could schedule this opening if we wanted to later. We cannot schedule these that we've sketched. And another way we can create an opening in a wall, we'll go back to level 1, is through the opening tool in Revit. And that's what we'll mainly look at in this video. On our architecture tab, opening panel, you can see that there are several different types of openings we can create. By face, a shaft, a wall opening, a vertical opening, or a dormer opening. We'll take a look at the wall opening right now, so we can finish our discussion on creating openings within walls. If we are going to create an opening using this wall opening tool, you can see down here that Revit wants us to select a wall to create a rectangular opening within. So we'll go ahead and select this wall, and then Revit wants us to pick one side of the opening, and then when we click again, we'll create the other side of the opening. And you can see that we can drag and pull the size of that opening, or we can actually enter in a dimension for the width. If we look at it in 3 dimensions, this is on the back side, here it is, we can also highlight that opening and push and pull, or select a dimension. Now let's take a look at some of the other types of openings in the opening tool of Revit. For now, we'll take a look at the biface and the vertical openings, and we'll create openings within this roof to show the difference. If we select the biface opening, down here you can see that Revit wants us to select a planar face of a roof, floor, or ceiling, beam or column, to cut the opening. So we'll go ahead and select biface, this roof, that side of the roof, and now you can see we are in sketch mode. I'm going to go to the top view so I can locate this opening correctly, and I'm going to make a square opening or rectangular opening right here. And we can look at it, and you can see that the cut of this opening is perpendicular to the face. Let's go ahead and take a look at the vertical opening tool and see the difference between the two. Again, we'll select the roof that we want to cut the opening in. I'm going to go to the top view so I can locate it correctly and create an opening right here. Finish sketch mode, and you can already see there's a little bit of a difference between the two. Remember, the first one was by face, so the cut is perpendicular to the face. The second one was a vertical opening, and you can see that the cut is directly up and down. The next opening we'll take a look at is the shaft opening. This tool is made to create an opening through multiple elements. Again, we'll pick shaft. This time we don't need to select an element that it's going to cut because it'll cut through multiple. But I will go to my top view again to locate it correctly. And this time we'll make the shaft a circle so we can keep track of it more clearly. We have a circle. We'll finish the sketch mode, look at it in 3D, and you can see that it cuts vertically through the roof. If we hover near the roof, we can select actually the shaft opening, and we can stretch that up or down as we see fit. Let's go ahead and put a floor on the bottom of this model so we can see that this shaft opening here will actually cut through it. I'll go to my Architecture tab, Floor tool, select one wall. Before I select it, I'll hit Tab. Now I'm going to select all four. Now you can see the boundary of my floor. I'll finish sketch mode, and now I have a floor. And if I look below, you can see that the shaft opening is actually cutting through the floor. Again, I can highlight that shaft opening. If I bring the bottom of that shaft opening above the floor, the hole goes away. Again, this sketch is cutting whatever it encounters. And the last opening we'll take a look at is a dormer opening. A dormer is a roof that extends from the main roof and allows extra room underneath. So to create the dormer opening, we first need to create a dormer, and we'll do it on this side of the building. First we'll need some walls, so I'll create 3 walls here. And on these walls I'll make a roof. So we'll go to level 2, and actually I'll want this roof a little bit higher than level 2, so we'll make it 4 feet above level 2. 2-foot overhang, so we'll do one there, and one there, and one there. And then I'm actually going to draw the back edge of this roof. I'm going to extend it out a little bit. Change my slope to 4 and 12. And I don't want the front or the back to be sloped, so it'll be a gable dormer. I'm going to attach the walls. And you can see I'm going to raise that roof up just a little bit more, maybe to 6 feet. The walls go with it, maybe even higher, 8 feet. So we can see. And you can see that we have walls here, here, and on the other third side with a roof on top. Last thing I'll do is modify this roof so it is attached to the main roof. And that is a dormer. However, if we hide this or delete this floor, we can see that there is no opening in that roof for the dormer. And that's what we'll create. We're going to go to the top view. I'm going to go to wireframe by typing in WF, and you can see the walls down below. We'll need to see those to create the opening, as well as the roof. We'll go back to our Architecture tab, Dormer Opening, and down here you can see Revit wants us to select a roof to be cut by the dormer opening. So we'll go ahead and select this roof, and now Revit wants us to pick roof edges or wall edges to define the boundary of the opening. So we'll go ahead and select the inside edge of these 3 walls and the inside edge of the roof where it connects. Sketch mode, we need to create a closed loop, so I'm going to use my trim tool to create a closed loop, and then I'll finish my sketch. HLs for hidden line. Now we can't really see the opening, but if we hide the roof temporarily, we can see inside the inside of the building through this new opening. We might want to take these 3 walls and attach the base of those walls to the roof, and now you can see that the dormer is built the way, or modeled the way it would be built. HR resets my roof, and now I have a dormer with an opening below. I'm going to go ahead and hide the front wall so we can take a look at what happens if we actually moved one of these walls. If I took this far wall and I wanted it a little bit more narrow, you can see that the opening followed, as well as the roof. That's the strength of the dormer opening.